last night, a speech marked by sharp warnings, tough talk with the allies and a clear message of America first. From Greenland to Europe, Donald Trump pulled no punches, reigniting the debate over the US leadership. President Trump called for immediate negotiation to acquire Greenland, claiming only the US can secure it, but also said that forces will not be used. His remarks have sparked opposition from Europe, Canada and NATO, who have urged diplomacy and warned of a crisis in relation between the two countries. Have a look.
We never asked for anything, and we never got anything. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force, where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay, now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. I want to discuss how we have achieved this economic miracle, how we intend to raise living standards for our citizens to levels never seen before, and perhaps how you too and the places where you come from can do much better by following what we're doing, because certain places in Europe are not even recognizable, frankly, anymore. They're not recognizable. And I love Europe, and I want to see Europe go good, but it's not heading in the right direction.
And Donald Trump has also slammed NATO ally Denmark as ungrateful for the United States' help with securing Greenland after World War II. Let me quickly take you through what Donald Trump said in Davos late last night. As far as Europe is concerned, he said that it is not headed in the right direction. As far as Greenland is concerned, and very importantly, he said no one can secure Greenland other than the United States. On NATO, he said that United States is treated very badly by the NATO allies and agree to Greenland demand, or we will remember, is in fact was sort of a big warning that it coming from. On Russia and Ukraine, he said that Russian President Putin wouldn't have started if I was there, and something that he's been saying in the last 1 year. On Venezuela, he said that they will make more money in 6 months than in the last 20 years, another charge that he has been repeating. On Canada, he has said that we give them freebies, they must be grateful after the charges that were made by the leadership there. On French president, most importantly, he said that, told him that I will be putting 25% tariff and 100% tariff on wine after what, in fact, as far as French President Macron has said during Davos. Have a look at what Donald Trump said.
So we want a piece of ice for world protection, and they won't give it. We've never asked for anything else, and we could have kept that piece of land, and we didn't. So they have a choice. You can say yes, and we will be very appreciative, or you can say no, and we will remember. They'll be making more money. They've made it a long time. Venezuela is going to do fantastically well. We appreciate all of the cooperation we've been giving. We've been giving great cooperation. Once the attack ended, and they said, let's make a deal. More people should do that. But Venezuela is going to make more money in the next 6 months than they've made in the last 20 years.
And if you thought that Trump's takeover obsession will end with Venezuela and Greenland, then you're wrong, because Donald Trump has now set his eyes on a new target that is in the Indian Ocean. Donald Trump has hit out at his ally, the United Kingdom, over a deal that would give Mauritius ownership of the area, which comprises of over 60 lands. Let's tell you more about that. The new target of Donald Trump, that is in the Indian Ocean right here. It is the Chagos that is in the Indian Ocean. Let's tell you more about what his plans are and why this is so relevant. It hosts Diego Garcia, that is the key U.S. military base. U.S. has a base there. It's a hub to monitor China, Middle East and the sea lane. It controls vital Indian Ocean trade and security routes, and that is why it is important. But the question is, it's quite close to India, and why should India be concerned about this? Direct impact on India's maritime security backyard. U.S. military footprint affects India's autonomy over this area as well. China factor is also there, balance of power in Indian Ocean region, and that is why it has also become a concern for India as well. UK-Mauritius dispute and deal. UK has agreed to hand over this area that comprises of 60 islands to Mauritius. US base allowed to continue under a long-term lease. What has been agreed on. As far as India is concerned, they have backed Mauritius as far as this handover is concerned. On that, let me bring in Srinjoy Chaudhary. Srinjoy, after Venezuela and Greenland, now the focus of Donald Trump is also on the set of islands in Indian Ocean. Tell us more about that.
Yes, the Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean is something that the Americans are very involved with in any case. They already have their ships in the area, so India is well aware of that. And it's not within India's waters, EEZ. It's further south of that. India is well aware of the fact that American warships often anchor in the Diego Garcia area. The US has ships here, warships here. When they do, they often pass through Diego Garcia. Sometimes they have warplanes here, the B-52s and so on, the long-range bombers that are used sometimes in the Middle East. Sometimes they are there. It's not something that comes as a surprise because the Americans have a huge presence there in any case. There's no problem as far as that is concerned, because India is well aware of this, and Americans have been using the Diego Garcia naval base for years and years.
Absolutely. That's why it holds a lot of importance. Stay on with us. We have another breaking update coming in.